This video is kind of a continuation of my last video talking about Freemasonic / Baphomet.
Hi Hans, how you doing me old trough? And diving right in for the Masonic Baphomets, are we? Well, isn't that cute? You think you know the names of secret societies and the like that are controlling the earth. I mean, come on now. You think people exist? There haven't been any people since 1642, when the last person walked into the sea, never to be seen again. Now it's just cardboard cutouts of people, including you. Hey, I know it's stupid, but come on, we all know a bunch of people who are about as smart as a layer of compressed tree pulp. Speaking of
reality and how all the world's a stage.
I'm sorry, are we going there, Hans? Have we finally reached peak fake? That being reality and fake? God damn it, man. That's not even what people mean with a phrase like that. It doesn't mean everything is pretend. It just means that people have roles to fill, like how actors would do so. But that doesn't mean that they're pretending anything. It's just flowery language. Idioms are not some secret code for how the Alubi Booby is hiding the true from you, for fuck's sake.
And how there's people out there that they know about this.
There's people out there that know that everything am fake. Well, if only a few people know that, then maybe, just maybe, the rest of them aren't doing a big fake. So maybe the thing that they are all doing is real. And so the fake guys have basically failed. I mean, that's the thing, this idea that we're all falling for some giant hoax. It has to be a conspiracy, and conspiracies have to be relatively small to be functional. So everyone else, including doctors and scientists and engineers and pilots and all sorts of everything, most of those people can't possibly know, and yet their experiences line up with this so-called fake reality. Maybe, just maybe, it's just reality? You ever consider that, Hans? Yeah, I know. If that's true, he doesn't get to be special. And you just can't have that, can you?
And there's a whole class of society that they know that the world operates on certain rules.
I mean, reality does work on certain rules. It's called physics and biology and chemistry. Those things are what govern reality, but it's not a secret. You can actually find out about this stuff if you bother to actually learn anything. It's available to all. It's wonderfully democratic in that sense. Anyone with enough time and effort can understand how huge swaths of the world work to an awesome degree. But of course, you have to be willing to actually learn that shit, instead of just making excuses for your ignorance. That some secret peeps are keeping you down. No, Hans, the only person holding you back is yourself. You might want to have a word with that guy.
You know, the people that are really into the idea of faking it till you make it.
Well, there's lots of things that could mean. You could be talking about the sort of present yourself as wealthy and successful, and people will assume you know what you're doing and the money will follow. And then there's like going for a job you aren't strictly qualified for and just working hard to learn the ropes and get through until you have the experience to really know what you're doing. And also, it's something some folks do when it comes to their mental health, where they try to pretend to be happy and well adjusted in the hopes that one day something will just click, although I imagine that rarely works. So yeah, who are you actually talking about? Although I seriously don't think any of these people are part of any of the secret guys, even if they are real.
I don't know how much you've looked into Freemasons or...
I know that the Freemasons are like an organization of generally wealthy people who like to LARP as the Illuminati, but are far more akin to the Inebriati, and well done if you get that reference. But yeah, it's more like a social club than a hush-hush secret society, mostly because we all fucking know about them. Not much of a secret group if you merely need to crack open the pages of some Z-tier spy novel to see them plastered over the pages like some sort of bizarre placeholder for insert clever name of secret society here.
Or the people on TV, but they like to play multiple characters. They like to fake their deaths, even.
The people on TV play multiple characters. I mean, some of them are literally actors, Hans. that's like their jobs. But if you mean they pretend to be more than one actual individual, I mean, have you got an example of that? And not having two famouses that kind of look similar, I mean, most of the time when it comes to that kind of stuff, they're both working at the same time, so it wouldn't make sense for them to be two people. Also, there are so fucking many people on TV, and they, for the most part, all look and act and are just completely different people. Finally, faking deaths. Come on, seriously, Hans. Can people not escape your ever-constant quest to be an annoying dipshit by even dying? I mean, I ain't a respect the dead kind of guy, but at least let them be dead.
And that's even something I remember being a part of high school. There was some bizarre ritual that they did in high school where
they faked their own deaths? What fucking high school did you go to where that was even possibly a thing? No wonder you've grown up with such a strange image of how the world works if that was commonplace for you. Although let's be fair to the school and its students and assume that in fact no one was committing strange death rituals, and actually Hans didn't understand something and came to the most batshit insane conclusion ever. Seems to have been a lifelong hobby for the guy, eh?
Certain illuminated individuals.
The f*** is an illuminated individual? Were they like really, really shiny? Or do you mean they're part of the Illuminati? Because here's the thing about secret societies that rule the entire world with an iron fist. They definitely don't want kids in their ranks. Kids are fucking stupid and do stupid things all the time, including talking incessantly about the secret club mummy and daddy take them to on weekends, where they make fun of all the normals and drink glasses of blood brandy out of solid gold mugs, which are then melted down and poured into the eyes of homeless people. I still haven't gotten over getting kicked out of that, I'm not gonna lie. No, wait, I mean,
because it's not like there was a vote or anything for who, and it certainly wasn't random who they decided to be a part in this ritual, but certain high school kids, they dressed up as dead and like walked around campus for a week. At the time, I seriously thought it was the dumbest thing ever.
Wait a minute, was this like at a particular time of year, Hans? Did a lot of people do it? And more importantly, did they request candy? Because I'm pretty sure what you were seeing there was fucking Halloween. That or just some stupid fucking local school tradition that they did because some bullshit about ancestors. Either way, I don't think this was exactly common, Hans. I mean, I can only imagine you lived in West middle of fucking nowhere town, USA, and they had all sorts of stupid seasonal events that no one invited you to because you were well known, even then, to be too stupid to understand the anything, and might start trying to kill people with shotguns and chainsaws because you thought they were fucking zombies and vampires or whatever.
I mean, I was a high school student.
I mean, were you though? One of the long-running theories about you and your sheer unbelievable ignorance is that you were probably homeschooled. Me personally, I think that that's a ludicrous, fantastical hypothesis. I think you were created fully formed from a floating cloud of stupid and just immediately plopped in front of a computer to start saying stupid shit for no reason. What? It makes more sense that he went to fucking high school.
And these people were being so serious about it. Their faces were painted up like they were dead, and they were just walking around campus and trying to be all spooky. I seriously thought it was the cheesiest thing ever.
Oh my god, I just figured it out. They were fucking goths. Look, I'm not saying fucking goths because bad, just it's obvious when you think about it. Serious looks, illuminated as in bright, and looking dead. Corpse paint. Yeah, it makes so much sense. And of course, Hans being Hans would have had no idea why anyone would do something he doesn't understand. So he invented this whole ritual in his head as to why they did it. But no, it's just teens being teens. It's just one of those things, non-conforming, that most of them do. It has nothing to do with some hidden whatever. Christ.
But these people thrive off of this stuff.
I don't know what the apparent pretending to be dead schoolmates of yours were doing then. I mean, that's what you opened with. Fake it till you make it. I mean, there's far better ways to make it to death than fucking painting yourself to look like whatever. And I'm not making some dark fucked up joke here. No, but if you want to be dead, you just come over here and try and take my whiskey. I fucking dare you.
So I'm going to read this comment.
Oh, good. I was wondering what the fuck that was all about, because honestly, most of the time, the thing in your background is often meaningless to the conversation at hand. And I'll be honest, I've read it, and I'm not exactly sure where you're going with this, but cool, go ahead.
And then talk about one specific person.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll let you read this out and then see if you make one specific point that isn't completely backcrap insane. I think that's a fair deal, but mostly because I know for a fact that he can't do that, but it will be fun to watch him try.
And one specific story about scripted reality and now how I think about it looking back.
I doubt you think about anything, Hans, but that's mostly because I am unconvinced you have the capacity for thought. In fact, where thought is supposed to be in your brain, I imagine that there's just a list of quotes from famous imbeciles, and you simply reference those whenever you need to speak to make sure that whatever you are saying is at least as stupid as all of them combined.
Okay, so first I want to read this comment I just read from Reddit. I literally just posted about this on a local sub. Okay, so I don't know.
Dude, come on, man. I mean, I get distracted and have to start going on tangents all the time too. But you're the one reading this out. You can't actually have this short an attention span, and I just realized I kind of answered my own question, didn't I? He wouldn't be Hans if he could pay attention to things, would he?
I don't know. On Reddit, obviously, there's going to be tons of fake stuff. I just read this comment among tons of them, and it just rings true to me.
I mean, yes, of course, on an extremely highly trafficked, at least for now, website, you are going to get people saying all sorts of shit. But I love the fact that your metric for truth isn't finding out if something is true, examining the evidence and figuring stuff out, or whatever. But truth for you is a ringing sound. And while that's not normally literal, I'm pretty sure things are true for Hans when he takes a wallop to the head first and is like, oh, it's that sound again. A true thing must have happened. Still more likely than him going to any kind of school, seriously.
And it has to do with the story that I'm talking about here, vaguely, and the video I just did about the way that certain people act.
I think he's referring to this video where he says that celebrating Christmas in summer is very Masonic, and then I woke up about 6 hours later surrounded by dog hair with the taste of blood in my mouth. I'm not sure I'm going to attempt that shit again.
There's certain people out there that they put on a show. Life is a show for them, and they fake things. And
yes, some people are fake, as in they fake stuff. That's not news to anyone, Hans. But, and do bear with me, that doesn't mean that everyone is doing that, and it doesn't mean that there's some group doing it worldwide without the rest of us noticing. I mean, especially with your standard fake person, no one falls for that shit for long. Fake people show their true colours extremely quickly all the time, whether that be by dropping the act or by keeping it up despite evidence to the contrary. It's why people like that so rarely have any friends.
anyways, let me read the comment.
Oh, f***ing finally.
I just wanted to point out the local thing, that this is somebody's local drama going on.
Fuck.
But I know someone who ran around brake checking people and got in 4 accidents in 2 years. Has claimed to need a cane to walk since they all happened. That all happened. Sued all 4 people and got a $3 million settlement for lifelong disability. Bought a $500,000 house. Miraculously healed enough to start their own business, and now is turning their house into an Airbnb and talking about how people should be more motivated and ambitious and work harder like her if they want to be successful. How much you want to bet this, what this her looks like? We could imagine. I'm also hoping she gets what is coming to her.
Decided to let that play on despite his continued interruptions, because we weren't going to get there with both of us doing it all the time. And yeah, so there's a person who might be a con artist, Or there's a different person who thinks someone else is a con artist because they got into a lot of accidents and is bitter about it. Whatever. Either way, yeah, some people are shit people. Some people will do things that are not exactly great. Whether that be taking people to court frivolously or fraudulently, or seeing someone get what they actually deserved by rights through the courts and being mad about it and talking shit on them forever. That doesn't change the fact that your concept that the world is some unreal drama invented by the them is a completely ludicrous notion, and that you are going out and believing stories based solely on them confirming that belief, aka ringing true, and you thinking that is not really fucking stupid, Hans.
Okay, these types of peoples are all over the place. It's such a huge meme in the media of people that are in a wheelchair that don't really need the wheelchair.
Yeah, to the point where loads and loads and loads of people who are genuinely disabled get shit on by smug idiot strangers who decided that they know best and will start screaming at them because they don't seem like the right kind of disabled or are not disabled enough, so they shouldn't be able to use their legally protected accessibility tools. Like when someone has an invisible illness or they can walk a short distance without their cane or wheelchair. They end up getting screamed at by some asshole while trying to stop themselves collapsing to the floor. Here's a pro tip for not being a complete piece of shit. If you see someone who you can't tell if they're disabled and they're using that kind of parking spot or the accessible toilets or whatever, mind your own fucking business. Do you seriously not have better things to do than harass strangers who more than likely have it hard enough time as it is? If you can't tell, don't assume. However, if you know that your mate, John the Blacksmith, managed to get a hold of a dodgy sticker for his car because he constantly brags about it, feel free to report that dickhead, because it's problem solved. And you get to be a do-gooder without ruining someone who doesn't deserve its day.
There's the whole, is Stevie Wonder really blind idea.
Oh god, I forgot how fucking disgusting your realm of the internet is. Yes, he is blind, because if he wasn't, someone would have fucking noticed. Why'd you fucking necking, dickhead?
Yeah, there's tons of people out there that are horrible people, and they will absolutely fake
having any intelligence whatsoever, and then running around making shit up about people they've never met and definitely don't deserve it, because it makes them feel special about themselves, because their very humdrum, pointless little lives provide them with absolutely zero joy. Yeah, Hans, those people are really pathetic. Perhaps they should stop, Hans.
Wait, before you go, I have something super important to tell you. It's life or death. It will change everything forever. Nope, wait, it's gone. Oh well, probably wasn't important. But while I have you, don't forget to comment, subscribe and notify. And if you want more of my smexy voice, check out Mrs. Six's channel Spoonstaff Stories, where I narrate and voice all the videos, and she does the work. And if you want to support the channel, check out the merch store for cool t-shirts, or check out Patreon, memberships and PayPal to support directly. Finally, follow me on the medias of social to get completely pointless guff and to keep up on the latest releases. Oh, I just remembered what I was going to tell you. Whatever you do, don't touch the